Southern Railfan is the place for amazing videos of all types of trains. Southern Railfan, subscribe today.
Okie dokie. In this video, I'm going to talk about the number one way to save money, if not get stuff completely free in trying to buy model train supplies. We've had a little bit of a series so far, and this is the last in that series. And if you'll see all the stuff behind me and all the stuff I've talked about in my other videos, including my brand new Athearn Genesis locomotives and my Scale Trains locomotives, those were all bought from proceeds from buying and selling lots of model trains. And I don't mean lots like many, but like big groups of trains. I didn't put free in the title because I didn't want it to be like clickbait, because it is free. I guess it technically is free, but you do have to have some seed money to begin with. Let me get turned around so I don't have such a glare on my glasses. And you've probably heard the old saying, it takes money to make money. Well, it takes money to get free model trains. And what I'm talking about is I'll go out and buy a large lot of trains. Either somebody's selling off a family member's trains, somebody's changing scales, or they're just no longer interested in the hobby. And I'll see something in particular in the lot that I want, and I'll buy the entire lot with the intentions of selling the majority of it off to be able to get the items that I want out of the lot for free. So for example, if I gave $100 for the lot, I would just make sure that there's enough items in there that I could sell to get my $100 back, plus keep what I want. Well, how do I do that? There's several different places you can find lots. The most reliable is, with me anyway, is Facebook Marketplace. It used to be Craigslist, and Craigslist has gotten a little shady lately, but you can also like look in your local newspaper, and they've kind of went out of favor, but there used to be years ago communities would have like a Iwana or a swap shop kind of newspaper. Some local AM radio stations still do that thing if you listen to AM radio. But anyway, you can find yard sales anywhere that you can buy a big lot of stuff. And I'm not talking about a truckload. I have bought truckloads before, but just more than what the one or two items that you want to keep out of the lot, and you'll be able to get this stuff for free. Let me show you some buildings that I got out of the last lot of stuff that I bought. Okay, here on my little shelf layout, sorry about the light. I've got two of those LED lights in the top up here, and you know, they're supposed to be like 1 million hours or something on the LEDs. Pretty sure it's not been that long, but anyway, this is the lot of the Woodland Scenics, I can't talk again, build-up kits, and these things are anywhere from $40 to up above $100. And I wound up with about 20 or so out of this last lot that I bought. There's even some down here. And so what I done was I got the price on the lot, and then I kind of divided that up with the other stuff that was in the lot to see if I could make enough off the lot to be able to keep the buildings and be able to pay for the lot. So how do I do that? Well, I'll show you. The most reliable way to see what the market is on something is eBay. You can pull up your item on eBay, and don't go by what people's got it listed at. Over on the left-hand side, you can let me show you on the computer. All right, here we are on the computer. I hope this is you can be able to see this okay. So just say in your lot that you're looking at, you've got a Kato HO SD 40-2 right there it is. We'll click on that. And then it's going to come up with a faster computer would. Good gosh. All right, here we go. It's going to come up with a bunch of sale listings. And these are the items that are for sale. But if you get over here on the left-hand side and scroll down, you'll find it says, I get down here to sold items. And you will click on sold items. It will show you exactly what things have sold for. Like this one you see right here, this Cato BNSF Snoot Nose SD40-2, new. It was just on bid, had 19 bids and sold for $49. Well, somebody on the other listing over there had one for $119. Buy it now. But here is one for $159.99. But it was accepted the best offer. It's really hard to tell what the offer would have been on that one. There's one for $122.50. One for $106. With the little squiggly looking numbers, that's usually from out of the country, so that's one Australia. You won't look at that. There's two for $150. There's an undecorated. Somebody took a best offer of less than $139.99. And so there's one for $80. So you get an idea that they're going to go anywhere between $50 and $100 reasonably. So you'd want to work that into the offer that you're going to offer for your lot. And your lot may have one of these locomotives or it may have two. But that's a good way to get a reliable sale price on your stuff, is to go to eBay and click on the sold items list. Okay, once I get stuff, get the price negotiated, I've done the deal with the people. I get the stuff back here to my train castle, aka the garage, and I'll just go through and test everything to make sure there's no missing parts, make sure it's running, if it's in the box, the original box, and all that kind of stuff. And I'll just take the old paper. I'm sure there's a name for this, and I'm sure I knew what it was like 5 seconds ago. Anyway, it's just regular notebook paper with a coil in it that you can tear off. And I'll just start writing the numbers down. In the top right-hand corner, I'll write how much I've got in the lot. And not only does that include the price that I paid for it, if I had to pay gas to go get it or anything like that, I'll write that in the corner. So this, for instance, we'll say we give $500 for the lot. And I drove a couple hours to get it and come back, so there's, just put $50 for gas and food or whatever. So I've got $550 in it. I'll write that in the top right corner, and then I'll just go down on the outside like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 1, that SD40-2 Cato. I'll write it in there, and as I sell it, I'll write the amount over. Of course, you have to take the amount for the shipping off that the other people pay for the shipping, and any percentage that you would have to pay to whoever you sold it on, like the eBay percentage, or if you take the money by PayPal or whatever, you need to take those percentages off. And then once I get down to enough where I've covered the $500, I know that the items that I wanted to keep are free, because I've got my $500 back and the lot's paid for. And most of the time, I've usually got nearly half of the lot still left to sell. So that's how I come up with the cash to be able to buy a new item, is I've got it off of selling something off of those lots. And the best way I've found to sell is through Facebook Marketplace and the groups. And if you join a group like HO Yard Sale or something, one of those names of the groups, once you list something on Facebook Marketplace, it gives you an option of clicking a little square there that will automatically list it on your groups, which is pretty cool. That way you're selling to somebody you probably know, or at least you've had interactions with them, or you can ask somebody else. hey, I'm getting ready to sell some stuff to this guy. You know, do you know anything about him or whatever? And that gives you another level of safety. I don't do eBay. I got burned on eBay a long time ago, and I don't do eBay. So I do all my lots off of Facebook Marketplace. Every once in a while I'll go to a train show, but it's just not worth the time to me to be able to do that. But you can start out fairly small. You can start out with 20 or 25 bucks to buy a lot of cars. You can buy, you know, like if you went to the flea market, you might be able to get all of these used locomotives for 25 bucks. Test them. The ones you've got running, you might get $25 out of one of them. Then you've got the rest of the lot there to sell to make a profit to be able to buy your next lot. That's the way I do it. And I've been able to collect up a pretty good amount of premium stuff. And I've showed this layout a couple different times in past videos. That's how I bought this entire layout. I bought this layout and the rest of the stock and everything that this guy had. I was able to sell the stuff off, was able to keep the layout, plus a few of the premium engines that he had in that lot. So anyway, give it a try, and I'm sure it worked for me. I'm sure it'll work for you. Thank you for watching.